Hello, Aries. This is your April 15th to April 30th, 2017 read. For the main read, I'm using the Morgan Guerrero Tarot. Boop. In case you want to see that. Your old box. And the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. The support cards. I always like to give credit to the people who do these decks. That way, if you like them, you can get them. But also, that's it? Okay, that was weird. Why did they have to come from the middle? Because it wasn't where it was supposed to be. Those seem to be like, there's some interesting, why are we doing double cards today? Alright, so, your overall energy is the Seven of Rods, which this is someone who's succeeding, but fighting for that success. They're working for it. They're staying above it, but it's not like, but there's challenges that you're overcoming. They're just like, I'm gonna succeed in this, and I feel like it's sometimes it's a little hard. It's kind of like dumping into this little hole here that I'm seeing. But I feel like even when you start to waver, you pull yourself back up and you keep going. Interesting situation in the sense of, like, as we go into this time frame, you got the Four of Pentacles and you have the Star, which is hope. We are in your, actually, I believe we're in your sign during this reading, right? For the first part of this reading, anyway. I feel like you've got a lot invested, and you're keeping yourself grounded in the situation. You're trying to plan ahead, trying not to give out too much. The hope, but like, I feel like you're holding on to this money, but you want to spend it. You're holding on to something that you want to explore or share, but you're kind of like, it's almost like an easy come, easy go feel. And you're thinking like, I could hold on to it and save it for later, or I could do this, and you're going back and forth. I kind of feel like this is a money spread. When I see the Star there, I'm kind of feeling like you might just have a little spree, which is interesting that that's kind of coming through that way. I very much like the Star card. In this situation, though, I feel like there might be a spending spree. That red bird on that card, I don't know why lately, that I always notice that red bird on the Star card. It looks so strange to me. And I feel like there's like bowing out of the situation, possibly. My dogs are all sort of frisky. I mean, I know it's spring, but it's snowing out. I don't know what they're all excited about. Alright, so I have a feeling we're going to come back to that, but this is the next part. It's the Four of Swords, that's the four, right? Yeah. Followed by the Five of Cups. So it's kind of like a progression. It's like feeling like you're kind of stuck. Like you can't really make the right move, and then feeling like you've lost out because you didn't do anything. Because you didn't make a move. That's what it is. It's like you feel stuck because you feel like you can't make the right move, and you're kind of like, I just can't make a right move right now, I don't know what to do, but then losing out anyway because you didn't make a move. There's a card behind that, which I think is a good card. Behind it, yeah, it is. The Nine of Cups. It tells me, when I see Nine of Cups hidden under another card like this, especially when it's like a card that seems like worry and loss, it's telling me there's more there than you're realizing. Like, it's not really lost. You feel like something's lost or you missed out on something. Not the case, though. It's not the case. That's what it's saying. But you feel like that. So this is interesting. What's going on? This is the environment. I only have 3 cards for the environment around you. You have the High Priestess. The High Priestess works for the benefit of others. Hopefully not to their own detriment. But they tend to do things for the benefit of others. They tend to look out for others. They tend to do things fairly. They can get over... I feel like this person's looking out for everybody equally. They're not putting this in this situation. This person's not going to overtax themselves, but they're not going to overtax anyone else either. There's kind of like a noble, motherly, fair, like, but I feel like this person takes care of themselves. And they make sure that they have enough time to do what they need to do. They take care of themselves and others. Like, there's a very balanced feeling here. But they tend to care about others. They tend to do things for the benefit of the others. It tends to be their motivation. Now, there's two cards with them. You got the Destiny card, which feels like this is just where they're meant to be right now. They're doing just what they should be doing. It may not feel right to you, I have a feeling, but they're kind of going about things the way they should. Below the Destiny, we have Strength. They're showing their strength. I feel like they might be denying you or not going along with something because they feel like it's not the right thing to do. But they're also like they feel like it's hard to stand up to you or hard to tell you no. It's hard to tell you no, I have a feeling. But they're strengthening themselves and they're trying to have that resolve. I feel like they don't like saying no to you. There's something like they're in disagreement. I don't even know if I want to use the word they're saying no, because I don't even know if that's right for the situation. There's something they're in disagreement with you. They don't like being in disagreement with you. And it's a situation where it's like it's strengthening for them because the way they're disagreeing with you, they're just kind of building their own self-confidence because they kind of feel like if they can hold their opinion with someone like you that they care about, I feel like they feel like you have a lot of strength, and that if they can stand up and say how they feel, like it's not like they don't feel like they're oppressed, but they feel like it's not easy. Like I feel like they don't like having confrontation with you, but they feel like if they can do that at this time, like they have a better chance of moving forward in other areas where they don't feel as confident or comfortable. Like it comes back again. I feel like they don't really like having conflict with you, or disagreements, or however that is, but they really do feel a certain way, and they're standing by what they feel and think. But I feel like you're almost inspiring them because I feel like that's what you would do. You would stand by what you feel and think, and you've inspired them to do the same. And they feel like if they can hold what they feel and keep a strong standing there with you, that they can do this with other people too, because they're like, I feel like they're learning from you at the same time. Even though the High Priestess tends to be quite well-rounded, I feel like this person might have a tendency to work to their detriment. And I feel like you've they've watched you like stand your ground on certain things, and now they're standing ground with you because they're like testing out, like if they can do it with you, they can do it with other people that they really need to be doing it. I have a feeling that may not sound like that's fair, but I feel like that's what's happening. Okay. Now, we got Harmony. Yeah, alright. So, whatever this situation is, I feel like this is short-lived. Because this other card below it, the Nine of Cups, 9? Yep. That's kind of like peeking out a little bit. I don't feel like you feel this, like things are lost for long. I feel like things go back into the good. I feel like after this confrontation, you get back to harmony, friendship feel. Even if it's a family member, it's getting along, hanging out, enjoying each other's company. Like, I feel like this might be more of a wanting to get along, because I feel like you and the other person have definitely different ideas about how things are handled and going on. But you're like, now that we've both said our piece, I don't feel like we need to have like you don't want it to be a war type thing. You don't want it to be an ongoing grudge match or anything like that, and you don't think that the other person does either. So there's almost like a white flag, like a peace, like, all right, this is where I stand. That's where you stand. That's fine, but we don't have to like drone on about it. We know where each other stands. And then the next card over here is peace. Like, things are going well. Like, I feel like it's kind of like a treaty signing in a sense. Like, all right, I feel this way. You feel that way. We're going to have to agree to disagree, and that's fine. I feel like it's very diplomatic. But there is a moment here where you and this other person have this confrontation, and I feel like it's more about the person you're having the confrontation with. It's purposeful. They're learning. They're strengthening. I feel like you have a lot of strength in this area, and they're trying to learn from you. And they've actually watched you. And the reason they're able to stand and hold their ground so well is because they've learned from you how to do that. Like, you've kind of inspired them, or you've given them some type of confidence, something. They've seen you handle these situations, and it's almost like they have the confidence to stand their ground with you, but maybe not others at the moment. And they're kind of building this standing so where they can hold their ground with others as well. Like, they feel like I feel like there's an honorable quality to you, that they feel like they can stand their ground with you because you'll be honest and honorable about how you handle the situation, and they don't have to worry about like tricks or lies or anything like that. You will just get to the point in what you feel and think, and they can be as honest as well, and it can move forward because of that. Like, I think because of the honorable keel I'm feeling here on your side, that's what's like, they're learning from that, but they're like, it's not that complex of a disagreement, only because they feel like you're on the level and you won't deter from that. And there's other people in their life that they also need to stand up to, and you might be well aware of that, but they don't trust that these other people will be honest or handle a situation with dignity. So they're trying to like get this base work. I don't feel like this is a conscious thing, like they're thinking, I'm going to argue with you just so I can see if I can do this. It's not like that. But this is why the situation is being pushed forward, so they can like have an experience under their belt to pull back from and how to handle certain situations. Yeah, well, life is about learning, so that makes sense. Okay, I like that the end of this ends in peace as we go into Taurus here. We're well into Taurus at the end of this, actually. I'm assuming I'm correct. End of April is Taurus, yeah? I'm pretty sure it is. I could be wrong. I'm sure somebody will comment if I am. Thank you very much for watching. If you have if you'd like a direct reading from me, go ahead, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.